Hello everybody and welcome back. This is episode 3 of a Shattered Pixel Dungeon run, and for those of you who haven't seen it before, welcome to the second level. It's the 6th floor, but the second actual level. The background looks different, the walls look different, and the enemies are different. Everything's a lot harder, everything hits a lot harder. Everything's about to get real. But we're gonna make it. It'll be fine. But anyway, for those of you who haven't seen it before, here it is. Yeah, so also we get introduced to the shop. This is the shop, and it's awesome, especially this, but I'll get to that in a sec. He sells you a bunch of random scrolls and ammo and things. There's a lot of things to check out. You can also sell things to him by just clicking on them in your inventory and be like, yeah, I don't want my quarterstaff, you can have it. But I don't typically do that too much unless I just have a bunch of garbage. Like, I'm not gonna use this anymore because I have much better armor, so I'm gonna sell that. It's only 20 gold, but hey, it's 20 gold. And so similarly with this, I'm never gonna use this, so I'm gonna sell that too. This is the potion bandolier. This thing is awesome. If you can get it as soon as possible. It makes it so that none of your potions will ever break in the cold, so even if you get frozen, you won't break a potion. And also it makes it so that you can store all the kinds of potions without having to worry about storage. So it frees up a lot of your inventory space. It's really handy. There's also a similar thing for scrolls that protects them from fire. And what determines what you get in the first shop is whichever you have more of in your inventory. So if you have a bunch of scrolls, you'll get the scroll one. If you have a bunch of potions, you'll get the potion one. If you have a whole bunch of like darts and wands, you'll get a third one that just holds darts and wands, but it doesn't really protect them from anything, so I kind of like to get the other two first, if possible. If you want to manipulate that, you can drop everything except the kind of thing that you want to have on you when you get down there off in the boss level, after you defeat the boss of course, and then once you walk down the stairs, then it'll update. But I'm gonna buy this because, yeah, now my inventory is much more cleaned up, and all my potions are in here. So nice and tidy. It's kind of like the seed bag, but it just adds another tab. That's where all your potions are. Super handy. But anyway, now I'm gonna really get cracking on this, because, first of all, I'm gonna equip this and see if it's cursed or anything. It's not! Even better! So then I'm gonna just pump scrolls of upgrade into this. And now we'll do crazy amounts of damage. It still says 3 to 18, but that's because it's not identified, so it doesn't know what level it is. Once it does know what level it is, then it'll tell me what its stats will be. So, yeah. Just go through the level like normal. Ooh, Potion of Strength. Alright, so it says 3 to 18. We drink this. And 4 to 21. Still not identified, so that's still just the base stats before any upgrades. So, we know we've put 2 upgrades into this, and there might be more secretly already on there. So, we're going to be doing some crazy damage here in a sec, compared to what we were earlier. Okay, so we can blast this guy. You want to try to kill them from distance because when they die, they explode in an explosion of bones that does damage to you, which frustrates me. But we're gonna smack him and see if he dies. Oh, he blocked. He blocked again. These guys also block a lot, which is also pretty frustrating. They're some of my least favorite enemies to fight, especially at this point in the game. But yeah. I think they also have about 20 health. I keep saying all these enemy stats like I actually know, but realistically, it's just my guesses from having fought them so many times. Yeah, I think they have like 24 or 22. Oh no. I don't have a potion of frost either. Do I run through the door and risk it and hope there's water over there? Or do I run up to this water? Do I have any scrolls on me? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna throw that. My frozen meat burned up. could have made it to the water, but it didn't matter. It was going to be the same number of moves anyway. Let's see. Oh, it would have been so much better to risk it and go through the door. Well, oh well. See, sometimes there's risks like that, but, you know. I could have also gone through that door and there would have been tons of really dangerous enemies, which would have been real bad. But there wasn't, so we're good. Also, you notice that we're not doing super crazy damage to these skeletons like I was saying. It's because skeletons are also really heavily armored. It doesn't really say that anywhere, but they just are. Like, if you hit them with normal things... Oh wait, no, it's because I'm still equipping this. If I unequip this, and then I smack him, see, now I'm doing some real damage. Because the bonus from the ring only applies when you don't have a weapon equipped. See, I just did 20 damage in a single hit. That's more like it. But skeletons are still really heavily armored. Because I did 20 damage to some flies, and now I'm doing like 12 and 11 to the skeleton. 15. But yeah. You see what I mean. It's not a good deal. So basically, for the rest of the run, we're not going to be using weapons. We're just going to be using our fists and this pokey ring that we got. Oh no, he stole a throwing club from me. You know what that means? He gets to go blind to death, apparently. He also just gets to get slapped. Get slapped so hard that you stinking disintegrate into a pile of gold. But yeah. That was cool. I'm pretty sure that's the first enemy we just one-shot. So that was cool. I wish that were an achievement. One-shot any enemy. But, I don't know. Yeah, so now we're really doing some serious damage. This is going to be a secret door, because it's a dead-end hallway that's really long, and so obviously there's going to be something hiding there. Yeah, it's a +2 ring of force, so we do 6 to 28 damage. And if we have a weapon equipped, it only increases our damage by 3, which is garbage compared to this much damage. Because this +3 is nothing compared to this by itself. Even this +3 is still nothing compared to this. And we don't even have enough strength to use this yet. So, yeah, good deal all around. Sorry if I'm talking a bit less this episode. My voice is kind of sore, or my throat's sore, so it's making my voice hurt to use. So, I'm gonna eat because I'm starving. And this is the wizard. He's a nice old man. Well, he's an old wand maker, but I call him the wizard. But anyway, basically, what he does is he'll give you a quest to pick up some rare ingredient. And then, if you bring it back to him without dying, and have enough inventory space, then he'll give you a wand for free. And it's generally pretty nice. Almost always has an upgrade on it, which, really handy. So, for this one, he needs a rotberry seed, which is only grown by a special plant that has tons of basically minions surrounding it. The good thing about it is it doesn't move. The bad thing about it is a lot of things. It's kind of a pain, but it's alright. Basically, once you kill its heart, you get the seed, and it's all good. But I'll walk you through that here in a sec when I get to it eventually. We're gonna blast this guy. We're gonna smack him. Smack. Smack. Alrighty, these are the prison guards. These guys also have heavy armor, even more heavy armor than the skeletons, and they have a special ability that lets them throw a magical chain at you and grab you from across the map. Wait, this guy stole my wand? See, like that. I'll do that to you, which is frustrating. I'm trying to get this guy because he stole my wand, and if he gets too far away, then it'll be gone forever. And I don't want my wand to be gone forever. Oh no, I need to heal. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Because even though my armor was really great a couple floors ago, it's not really great anymore. It's just kind of medium. Because, yeah, the scaling of equipment goes pretty quick in this game. Can sneak up on you. Oh boy. So this is an animated statue. He's got an elastic sword, which would be good if we were, you know, using weapons on this run. But we're not, so we're not even going to worry about this guy. If we were, I'd probably fight him, because an elastic sword is nice to have. The elastic enchantment, basically, every now and then when you hit somebody, they'll go flying across the room. And so, it's a really handy enchantment to have, especially if you have something like the boomerangs or the bow, where you can just keep hitting people from a long distance away. But I don't have anything like that, and I also do a lot more damage without using a weapon, which sounds a bit odd, but that's how it is this run. So yeah. Also, the further we go in this dungeon and in this series, the less I'm going to be explaining the stat values of these enemies, because honestly I don't know them, because generally by the time I see them, I have either crazy armor or crazy offense and just start obliterating them before I even pay attention to the numbers. And also, some of them I haven't seen a whole lot, because like sewer rats, I've seen literally thousands of sewer rats. I know pretty much all their stats just off the top of my head. But like later on in the levels, there'll be things where it's like I don't make it that far on every run, and so sometimes I don't see those guys, and so I won't know them as well. These guys, however, are frustrating. They're defense machines, which are cool because they're little dwarven robots. They're robots made by dwarves to guard places. But they blast you with lightning from across the dang map, which is really frustrating because lightning goes through armor, even leather armor, and everything else. It also goes through not wearing armor. I've tried that. It doesn't help either. There's no way around lightning except for a glyph of anti-magic, which is pretty rare, but you can get it using an arcane stylus, one of these things, on your armor, but it'll give you one of a big list of enchantments at random, and so you might get the one you want, but you'll probably not. Anyway, that's the only way to block against lightning, so the only real way to deal with these guys is to get up close before they wake up and smack them. Once you're up close, they don't hit very hard because they don't dare use lightning at close range because they'll fry themselves, so they just don't. And instead they try to kick you, but they got tiny little legs, so their kicks don't hurt too bad. So, yeah, that's not a mimic. Good. Potion of Frost. Do drops. Earth Root Seed, really handy, especially for boss fights like the goo. Yeah. Alright, so this is one of the vine lashers, which means this is the room somewhere in this vicinity is the rotberry plant. We gotta fight our way through these dinguses. Ooh, we got a badge for defeating 100 monsters in this run. Yeah, but these guys are stinking everywhere in this room, and they just smack you relentlessly. Alright, but this is what we're looking for. This is the Rot Heart, which is kind of a disgusting name. But basically, it's a big chunk of a plant, and it's where all these vine lashers are growing out of. So once we beat this, all of them will die. They'll also all drop a seed, which could come in handy, especially if any of them is a healing seed. But this will drop the seed that we need to give to the wizard guy, and then he'll give us a wand. So I'm gonna try to beat him up without dying of poison, because every time you hit it, it releases more poison gas. So you could wait for it to clear out. That would take forever, so I'm just gonna try to face tank it, because I'm kinda impatient. See, we made it. Just realized I was kinda holding my breath in real life, because, you know, poison gas. Wanna hold your breath? No, you don't actually have to. It's just in the game. If there's poison gas in real life, though, you should hold your breath before you go in the poison gas, because once you're in, it's too late. You'll just die if you hold a breath of poison gas. Don't do that. See, he used his special move and pulled us out the doorway. We didn't go very far though, so it was probably not very noticeable, but it did happen. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna see if we can smack this guy up. Actually, we're running pretty low on health. Yeah, if he does one serious hit to us, we're gonna be in some trouble. But if we can just seriously hit him first, yeah, we're good. So now we use the handy dandy maneuver known as a seed of sungrass, where we just throw it, take a nap, and we heal up. We gotta eat a little, because if you starve, it doesn't really help that much. But if you don't starve, it's awesome, because you can heal up. You'll notice I still have weapons and stuff in my inventory. It's mostly so that those guys have something to steal that's not valuable to me, because if they take things that are valuable to me, that's bad. If they take things that are not valuable to me, then I don't care, even if they get away. Alright, so we made it back. Okay, we could either take Wand of Regrowth or a Wand of Corrosion. Wand of Corrosion is really powerful, especially against bosses, because the longer something's in their cloud of corrosive gas, the more damage they take per turn. And so if you can upgrade that and just keep it on something, they can take like 17 damage per turn as long as they're in the cloud. And since there are some bosses that don't move if you're just still fighting them, and there's a potion that makes it so that you're not affected by gases, that's actually a pretty viable strategy for some of them. So yeah, Wand of Corrosion is generally my go-to in this situation. And it's already upgraded, so that's really handy. Sorry about that. If you just heard an earthquake, basically, that's because my microphone fell over. But it's all good now, hopefully. If you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I'm still going. But anyway, we're gonna just see if we can finish out this level real quick. See if we can... Ooh, this is a fun one. This is a pit room that leads you to a special pit, and there's going to be unique treasure in this room, but you have to fall into a pit to get it. So yeah, it's one of those things of, is taking damage worth a random bit of treasure? And for me, the answer is pretty much always yes, because I like taking risks. But yeah. Alright, so we got another scroll of upgrade. We could put it into this, but I actually want to wait and see if we can get some good armor first before I use another scroll of upgrade. Because, yeah, you want to start upgrading the gear that you're going to be using at the very end of the game as soon as possible in the run, which sounds weird, but it makes sense. Because basically when you get to the end, you want all 15 of your scrolls to be in the equipment that you're actively using. So, now that I've cleared out this level, if I haven't, yell at me in the comments about whatever obvious thing I missed. Or not obvious. Maybe y'all are really keen-eyed, and I'm just blind. But, yeah, so if I missed something, let me know, but either way, I'm going to the next level. Yoink! Ooh, 30 damage. Well, that's what happens when you fall off a cliff. Anyway, I'm gonna take this one because it restores your shield when you drink a potion of healing, which is just bonus health. Also, this one's really nice because it makes you completely invincible while eating food for one turn. So that is really handy, especially later on, because there's this one guy who fires a dang laser at you that does 40 damage and armor doesn't protect against it. I don't know what kind of ring this is, but if it's the kind of ring that I think it might be, then this run just got crazy. It's probably not, but it could be. Yay! No! That was a scroll of lullaby, which, if I hadn't been actively bleeding when I read it, it would have lulled me to sleep and would have made me sleep until I healed all the way, but unfortunately, it did not. Let's see if this is a scroll of identify. Oh, it's a scroll of recharging. Man, where are all the scrolls of identify? Ooh, so this trap sets off an alarm, which means everybody in the whole level is gonna come and try to surround my location. So naturally I'm gonna step on it. It'll be fine. I can take them. The heck, dude? Alright, so I'm gonna bust out my Wand of Corrosion, and we're gonna do a lot of damage to everybody real fast. Possibly to me too, but hopefully not. Okay, good. The range is not that much. I was a little concerned there. Oh boy. So this guy is a necromancer, and he summons infinite skeletons. He takes a little bit to summon them, but basically you want to kill him as fast as possible, because he'll just keep cranking them out. He also heals the skeletons, so that's also not good. I don't have any healing, and I'm starving, which is not a good situation to be in. I'm going to eat, because I just took the perk that makes me immortal while I eat. So at least there's that. I'll smack him once, just to see. Smack him again. Smack him again. Smack him one more time. Yeah. Unfortunately, he didn't drop what I was hoping he would, because occasionally those guys drop potions of healing, which is really nice. No, stop chasing me, dude. Heal. Let me heal. Dang it. Get beamed on. No, don't do that. Okay, so stepping on that siren, bad idea. Don't do that. Oh no, really bad idea. It's focus time, guys. We're struggling. But as you can see, the Wand of Corrosion is doing more damage as it goes. So, yeah. We got him without actually having to hit him. And that might be all the enemies on this level, which would be really nice if it is, because I'm running really low on health and healing items, as in I have no healing items left. Which is not the struggle you want to be in. Here's the stairway up. We had to go find it because, you know, we jumped down a random hole. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep exploring carefully. No, dude, don't do that. Good news is, he's probably not gonna move a whole lot. He's just gonna try to do that. Doesn't matter. Because he'll just be drowning in the gas. I can smack him. Ooh, but he can also smack me. That was real close. Got a bit of healing from leveling up. So I think I'm gonna take this, which makes it so that when I kill something with a physical weapon, I wonder if that counts with being barehanded. Maybe. Maybe not though. I'm gonna try it anyway. First I'm gonna take a nap in a corner because I'm stinking dying. But what corner do I take a nap in? Maybe this one. Yeah, this one. So you can just hold down on that and it'll let you sleep to heal. This does give other things more time to spawn, but it also lets you heal. That's important right now. I came into this room to do it because it was a locked room, so I knew there was only one way in, one way out. Because if I'd done it over here, and I'd been by this door, and a lightning shooting guy came over here, and right then someone else came in this door, I would just be toast, and there would be no way out. So it's a little bit like chess, in that you gotta kind of plan ahead every now and then, but it's not too bad. Also, I really like using the Wand of Corrosion because it really just eats some of these guys. Skidoosh. Ooh. Okay. He just dropped a Grim Scimitar. These are stinking awesome. Not the Scimitar, but the Grim. The Grim enchantment is awesome because every now and then it insta-kills an enemy. Like, whatever you're fighting, instantly dead. Unless it's a boss, in which case it does like 50 extra damage, which is just insane. Super nice enchantment, pretty rare. I really like it. We're not using it though, because we're not using weapons, we're using this ring. And we're just really hoping that this ring carries us. Anyway, I'm pretty sure there's a dude. Yeah. Yep, there's a lightning man. Well, robot, but you know what I mean. Wait, do we have a potion of strength? No, we don't. We already drank that. Alright, so there's a potion of flame somewhere. Do I have it? Maybe. Ooh, throwing weapon. This is a summoning trap, which will basically just summon a bunch of monsters to right there. Well, right surrounding there, which I do not want to do, because, again, I'm already struggling on this level, a lot more than I anticipated. So, yeah. Note to self, don't fight bosses suboptimally anymore. It's a bad plan, don't do it. Even if you're trying to show off. Uh-oh. Nah, it'll be fine. Yes! He dropped a potion of healing. Alright, we're all good now. Because I've got about half health and a potion of healing, so we're okay. As long as I don't do anything spectacularly dumb, we'll be okay. Speaking of spectacularly dumb, I'm going to throw away all of my flammable scrolls, because I'm probably about to drink a potion of flame. The scroll of upgrade is not flammable, because there's only so many of them, and they used to be flammable, but then the developer decided that it was too cruel to only give you a certain number of these things when they're kind of vital to you being able to win the game, and then have you accidentally destroy them and make the game unwinnable, because that's just sad. Especially because there's sometimes things that happen off screen, like an enemy could, I don't know, step on a freezing trap right next to a fire potion, which then burns up a scroll off screen, and you'd have no way of knowing if that ever happened, and so you could drive yourself crazy looking for the last scroll, and it just doesn't exist. So they got rid of that, and so now the scrolls of upgrade are pretty much indestructible. Yeah, I don't know if you can use them. Well, we'll get to that later. But there's a thing you can do. Yeah, so that was the potion of flame. We're using it to burn down this wood barricade and get the goodies behind it. Ooh, another scroll of upgrade. One of the reasons, though, that we're struggling so bad in this level is that we haven't used all of our scrolls of upgrade. Generally, you do. Well, it's better if you don't for the late game, but it's better for the current game if you do, so it's a bit of a tricky balance to strike, but yeah. So we just leveled up our strength, so what is our damage now? 6 to 32. That's pretty good. Also, we got 2 more pages for our potion making. We can now turn potions into upgraded versions of themselves, like potion of toxic gas into potion of corrosive gas. I'm actually probably going to do that, because that makes my wand of corrosion even better, because I can just keep adding more corrosion in the area, which is just extra rude to bosses, especially the one that I know is about to come up. Be a lot more helpful though if I had a potion of purity, but I don't know that I do. But just in case, go ahead and make 2 of these. We're gonna read this just to see what it is. Cleansing. Alright, so this is not got a curse on it, so it's not gonna be anything bad, so we can just equip it. Smack, smack, slap. Yep, there we go. And so that's this level. Nope, it's not quite clear. We still got this area. We wait for this guy. We smack him. Grab some armor. Might be good. Might be bad. We don't know yet. Probably bad, but it could be good. We smack him some more. Do some pretty significant damage. Also, to any of you who are like, no, you're only able to do this because you got that great ring. That's the only reason you're having this good run. No, not really. As you saw, I could beat the slime without even that. I didn't even use 2 scrolls of upgrade before the first boss. So I only used 1 scroll of upgrade before the first boss. So you can do it. But basically, you do the same thing with the upgrades, but you just put it on a weapon instead. The trick is finding the right level of weapon, because you want it to be kind of a high level one, so that you can, make it to the later game, but also low enough that you can still have enough strength to hold it, if that makes sense. It's a bit of a balancing act, but you'll eventually get the hang of it. Alright, so I just got a badge unlocked for reaching level 12. I could get this, but I could also get this, and I think I'm gonna get this because it allows me to transfer runes or glyphs from my armor via my broken seal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Which, we haven't really gotten into runes yet, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So, we inscribe our armor and it gives us a random thing. We got the leather armor of anti-magic. What are the chances? Dude. So this is fantastic because it allows us to block some of the damage from things like lightning and stinking disintegration rays and other really unpleasant things that dudes randomly shoot at us that make me angry because I can't block them. And now we can block them a little bit, so that's really nice. And for those of you, I can already smell the comments coming, being like, oh no, you cheated. You somehow manipulated the run so that it's just automatically going to give you these things. No, I don't even know how to do that, if I'm being honest. And if I did, I would tell you that that's what I did. But I didn't. So, I didn't. No, this is just a regular run. It's the second real run on this file. I mean, I've opened up a couple other runs on this file, but not stepped outside the first room on the first floor, because they were just me struggling with the camera and stuff. That's on this file, at least. So that's why in episode 1 of this season, you saw that I had a couple more characters than just the warrior unlocked, but nah. It's basically a fresh file. The only thing that really happened on it was Season 1, which, as you know, is a bit spicy. Ooh, it's a Ring of Haste. This is really nice because it allows us to move faster so we can outrun the skeleton now. See, now we're several blocks away from him. Now we're a lot because he just completely forgot where we are, which is kind of hilarious. I find it funny that you get badges in this game for eating food because, man, food's tasty. I got badges for eating food in real life? Dude, you're awesome. So now, there are these chests. What you can do is you can do the magnifying glass on them to see what they are, or what's in them. This one on this side has a ring, and this one has an artifact. I've already got a rings that I'm pretty happy with, so I'm gonna go with the artifact, just to see what it is. It's the Sandals of Nature, which I used to really like the Sandals of Nature, because they were like a portable Earthroot seed, my favorite one, this one, that gives you like armor when you stand on it. It was like that, but you could just wear it all over the place and then activate it whenever you want to without having to do the plant a seed and then stand in it routine, which was really nice. But then they updated it, and now it's not like that anymore, so yeah, not it's no longer my favorite artifact, so yeah, sad little sandals of nature. They are cool though, because the more you feed them, they like level up and they turn into like the, I don't know, shoes of nature and then boots of nature and then they turn into like greaves of nature, and each time they get much cooler looking. They turn into like the bottom half of a suit of armor but made out of a tree. Super cool. I really like the art in this game. Like, yeah, it's pixel graphics, but it's really well done pixel graphics. Like, everything is fantastic. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, so this is a grave room. There's graves in here, obviously. But if you break one of them open, there might be loot underneath, but there will also be 4 ghosts that immediately surround you. This would be bad, except because the ghosts are actually wraiths, and you can't hit them except with magic. But I have wands, so we're good. So I'm gonna break both of them open, and then I'm just gonna fill the room with corrosive gas. It's like Taco Bell. Yep, and there they go. The trick is, always know how to outrun your own gas. That is the trick. So I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna equip it, and it's not even cursed. That's really handy, because even if it were, we just gotta scroll of remove curse. So, yeah. I'm gonna throw the armor of swiftness. We've got a ring of swiftness, and we've got armor of anti-magic, which is way nicer. I would read this because I think it's a scroll of identify, but there's not really anything I want to identify because I'm already using everything that I'd actually want to use, because the rest of this is like weapons. Actually, I think I'll use it on one of these armors, because we can transfer one upgrade and the enchantment from this to anything once we identify it. So I'm gonna go ahead and identify an armor if that's what this is. It's not. It's the scroll of, like, brain blast, basically. Essentially just gives you such a big blast of brain energy that you and everybody around you hurts real bad. And then you also go blind for a little bit. I don't find much use for it very often, but every now and then I do. This is a cool room because if you kill enemies while they're in the blue fire, it'll add to a counter in the fire that doesn't show up, but if you kill enough enemies in there, then the fire will go away and it'll give you a random weapon. They're generally pretty strong, but they're also generally cursed, so it's a bit of a trade-off. It also requires some effort to set up, and if I'd found it at the start of this floor, I might have done it, but I also am not using weapons this run. But if you were using a weapon, could be worthwhile to do, but it also might not be worth your time. It entirely depends on the run you're doing and how you like to play, because there's a lot of ways to play this game. This is just the way that I do it. Basically, however you have fun, do that. Like, I have a brother who, when we play Settlers of Catan, I know that's not really related, but you'll see what I mean. When we play Settlers of Catan, instead of playing Settlers of Catan like you're supposed to, where you try to like actually get resources like a normal person and build settlements and things, he just tries to get as many sheep as he can, and then when he has more sheep in his hand than you're allowed to have, then he'll trade in sheep cards for a single sheep card, and then he'll say that he now has a level 2 sheep card, which means nothing as far as the actual game goes, but he has a lot of fun doing it, and it's hilarious. And it actually turned into a kind of fun game, and so he calls it merge sheep. But anyway, yeah, that just goes to show, like, even though there is suggested ways of playing games, you don't necessarily have to do them that way. Just, they're games. Have fun with them. However that looks like. Well, as long as you're not, like, causing serious problems. Don't cause problems. Be good. But otherwise, have fun. At least while playing games. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode at the boss level.